Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I am going to be kitbashing a musician for my Eire Rangers using this Carnyx right here. I had been looking for a Carnyx for a while because that is the Eire Rangers' unique musical instrument, and I wasn't able to find one, and then I happened to find one on this random Celt sprue from Wargames Factory, I think. So I'm just cutting out the pieces here. I looked at this banner briefly to throw on this miniature, but I ended up deciding not to. I'll just stick to the Carnyx. And then I'm going to use it's actually one of the female set of legs from the Steel Helm kit from Age of Sigmar, because it fits this Celtic body that I'm going to use a little bit better. I really wanted this musician to be bare-chested, not have any armor on or anything. So I ended up going with the only one that I have access to currently, which is in this Celt kit. And they're a little bit smaller than Warhammer scale, but thankfully the Steel Helms have female legs, which are a little bit smaller, and they fit just fine. So then I just have to trim off the torso here, and I'm going to leave the belt. I end up actually cutting it off later, but for now I'm going to leave it to make the transition a little bit better. And then I'm just gluing the legs on the base to make this a little easier to work with. So then I fiddle with this for a little while, but eventually I get the torso stuck on here properly. I ended up actually using part of the legs from the same Celt kit you'll see right here. I actually cut off just from the belt up, essentially, and the torso slots into that hoop a little bit better, and then I can just sand the top of the legs, sand the underside of this bit I cut off, and then it fits together really nicely. There's a little gap there that I might fill with some green stuff or milliput or something at some point, but honestly, I'm not too worried about it. I think it'll look just fine. So then here I'm just trimming off the belt, like I said, so that I can attach the torso. I was hoping to keep the belt because I just like how it looked, but ultimately we get the belt out of the other kit anyway, so at least we have one. And I end up covering it with a bunch of other stuff either way. So then it's on to the arms, and I struggled on these arms for a little while. Eventually I did find one that I liked. It's not exactly at the right angle. A lot of these Wargames Factory arms are just like the hand is on the wrong arm. It's really weird. The thumb is just facing the wrong way. I was eventually able to find one, and then I decided instead of holding the Carnyx up like he's playing it, I would do it like he's holding it across his body, almost like he's carrying like a warhammer or something. He's going to hit you with it. That meant I needed to twist the arms or the hands a little bit, so that's what I'm doing here. Just twisting them ever so slightly to get the angles right. And then I actually ended up replacing this arm, hand rather, with a different one, just so I could get it to line up perfectly. I actually cut one of the hands off the two hands they give you to hold the Carnyx. Unfortunately, I couldn't use this full set of arms because I wanted, again, this guy to be bare-chested, and they have sleeves on those arms. So, not a big deal. I just did a hand swap, and then those hands lined up much better to hold the Carnyx, like I said, across his body, almost like he's going to go whack somebody with it, instead of just playing it as a musical instrument. So here he is, before the head and before any of the other details. I'm pretty happy with this pose overall. It looks pretty cool, and it, still obviously a musician, despite his kind of wacky pose. And then I forgot to film this, but I added a head from the Imperial Guard kit, just the Cadian Shock Trooper kit. It's just one of the bare, no helmet heads, and I thought that looked pretty cool. So then I took this blanket roll from the Cadian Shock Trooper kit, and I used this not only as, some added detail. These guys are in my campaign warband, so they'll be out and about, so they need to have equipment with them. But it also will help hide the seam between the legs and the torso that's back here. So less screen stuffing in the future. That's awesome. And I think it looks pretty cool, going around on his campaign with his Carnyx and his blanket roll. So then the last detail is I just grab a sort of pouch dagger combo here. And the Steel Helm daggers, thankfully, are quite long. They honestly could almost be swords. And so I stuck that on here, and that way I can play this guy either with a trench club if I want to save a couple of points, or with a sword if I want to go and actually do some damage with him. The musician in Eire Rangers not only provides the normal musician buff, but also provides fear. So I really want to get him into combat. Otherwise, it's kind of pointless. It does look cool, but it's kind of pointless otherwise. So if I give him a sword, he can go in there and do some decent damage. So then I just primed him, and here is the result of that. I'm pretty happy with this guy. This was maybe I don't know, I fuddled around with the... Fuddled? Is that a word? I messed around with the arms and the hands on this guy for quite a while, but probably didn't take me more than 40 minutes or so. I'm pretty happy with that. He's got all the equipment he's ever going to need. He probably will get killed. He doesn't have any armor, no helmet, anything like that. No ranged weapon either. But, like I said, he's just going to go in, try to do some damage, help out my my new sniper priest from my previous Trench Crusade video. And, yeah, we'll see how he gets on. Maybe he'll be dead next week, who knows. But that will do it for today. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you enjoyed the video, I would encourage you to hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this in the future. And I will see you tomorrow.